Okay, Gary.
Today we are going to consider electrical circuits and power, but most importantly, we want to consider power. How many of us have seen electricity? Yes? Have you seen electricity?
Yeah.
Do you use?
Well, it's a subject or...
What is electricity in itself?
You've not seen electricity? One and two. So based on electricity and what is very necessary and useful to every one of us, that is why I have decided to use this. As engineers to be in the future, and that is why you are here to make meaningful contribution, that is why you are studying in order to be able to make impact and produce more electricity wherever you are coming from. And because of that, there are certain basic things that we need to understand and know about the production of electricity. And being engineers, you need to calculate, you need to be able to know exactly what you are doing so that you'll be able to actually give us exactly what we are looking for. And like in our last study, in our last lecture, last week, we were able to consider power triangle. And in the power triangle, we could see we have the reactive power, we have the apparent power, we have the real power, and we have the phase angle, which is usually referred to as the power factor. And by this, we move to consider in this reactive power, you could be able to see all the equations that are interplay for you to be able to get exactly what you are looking for. So you must know these equations and you must be able to practice to be able to ensure what you are actually looking for. Now, I discover a lot of things with students. With the few moments I've been with you for this while, if you are going to talk about generator, you have to talk about motor, you have to talk about generator. I mean, if you are going to talk about power, you have to talk about generator, you have to talk about power, and each of these has some things that are necessary for us to be able to understand. If you don't understand those basic small things, you are going to miss it. Number one, when we talk about lagging power factor, when we talk about leading power factor, you need to understand, most of the time your questions are silent and they just say, it's a leading power factor, it's a lagging power factor. What does that imply? Is it a motor? Is it a generator? That forms your basis for your calculation. If not, you will misfire. And so, based on that, the power factor, as a tutorial question, based on what we considered last week, let's consider this question and see what can be done and what can we be able to achieve. An AC motor has a measurement of 240 volts. Indicates that it has 12 kilowatts and the supply current is 60 amps. Determine A, the power factor of the motor. B, the reactive power of the motor. And then the circuit impedance. Now, for you to be able to get and score, you have to have a systematic approach to every question. If you don't have a systematic approach, you always misfire. Number one, what are the data that is given to you in the question? You need to bring them out. I call them equation data. You bring them out and you'll be able to see exactly what you are doing. Then from there, you move to the next step. What are you asked in that? You haven't seen the parameters that are in the question. You now have to come and then, what is the equation that you are going to use? Now there are so many approaches. We could use what we call, in our basic knowledge, we have what we call SOHCAHTOA. That is when you use a Pythagoras theorem. Sorry. Now, in Pythagoras theorem, it states that the square of the square of the other side is equal to the sum of the other two sides. Now, you could use that approach. In that approach, you could be able to consider your question done. But you must take care of the parameters that are mentioned in the equation so that you don't misfire. Because if you don't take care of those, you will be able to see, okay, in this one, we are given the voltage. We are given the current. We are asked to find the phi angle, which is the phi angle is what I term as the power factor, which is the angle that you are asked to look for. So having this equation, you put the equation, then you will be able now to substitute. When you now substitute your figures, you will be able to have your answer, being that your power angle will now be what? 33.6 degrees. And what is it? It's lagging. Now, yes please.
Yeah, my question is on the lagging. Last week you said when we get 45 degrees, it's lagging. Today we are having the same theta to be 33.6 and it's also lagging. Is there any degree of...
Yes, when you talk about the sinusoidal wave form, now if this is your current, then you have another one like this, which is your voltage. This is current, this is voltage. Now, which by this, it means this is the current is leading the voltage. And in the other side, if you want to consider it, the voltage is lagging the what? The current. So if you, that is the basic thing that you need, all scientists need to understand when they are dealing with motors or they are dealing with generators in order to be able to know exactly what they are doing. So by calculation, you have been able to get your reactive, your power. Then you have to calculate your reactive power according to the question. The equation that you need to use is, you have the voltage now, you have the current now, and then you'll be able to calculate, and then by that you have been able to get your this. What is wrong with this answer?
Complex number.
It's a complex number. Yes, but that's not the issue. What is wrong with this answer? Can somebody tell me? Who can tell me? This question lacks unit. What are you calculating? You said impedance. What is the unit of impedance? Ohms, isn't it? So if you just calculate and leave your answer without any unit, it could be turned to anything, and you will not be able to score your real marks. Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you. Thanks very much.